Welcome to the first video leading up to the Pythagorean theorem. In this video we're going to be going over squaring numbers. Now you might recognize the acronym BEDMAS, and that deals with order of operations and the proper way of solving a question that involves different operations like dividing, multiplying, and so on. And you may or may not remember the E actually stands for exponents, and this is in grade 8 is the first time you actually are exposed to exponents. And what they look like is you would have a whole number like 5, and you'd have an exponent, which is this tiny little number in the top right corner. And a number squared is specifically when the exponent has a value of 2. So the question is, what does it mean to square a number? And to get a better idea, we're going to draw some squares. So let's start off with a square that is 1 unit by 1 unit. And what I want you to think about is, what is the area of that square? Well, we know to find the area of a square, it is the length times width, and for squares the length and width is always the same. So in this case the area would be 1 times 1, which is 1. So what about a 2 by 2 square, like that? So that's a width and length of 2 units by 2 units. So the area of that square would be 2 times 2, which is 4. And then let's do one more. Let's look at a square that is 3 by 3. Like that. And what's the area of that square? That would be 3 times 3, which is 9. I mean, you could also just count that there's 9 squares there, but you get the idea. So this deals with squares in that 1 squared, hold on a second, let me just switch over here. 1 squared is equal to 1. 2 squared is equal to 4. And 3 squared is equal to 9. So you might see the pattern here. To square a number means to multiply it by itself. It's basically what is the area of a square with the dimensions of that whole number. For example, if you were trying to find what 5 squared is equal to, you could just think of, oh, what's the area of a square that's 5 by 5? Well, to figure that out, you would do 5 times 5, and you would get 25. What about if you were trying to find 9 squared? Well, then you would think of a square that's 9 by 9, and then you would do 9 times 9 to get the area of it, and it would be 81. So real quickly, I'll go through the first 10 squares from 1 till 10, because you are expected to have these memorized. So 1 squared, that's 1 times 1, so you get 1 for that. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 3 times 3, so 9. 4 squared would get you 16, that's 4 times 4. 5 squared is 25. 6 squared is 36. 7 squared is 49. 8 squared would be 8 times 8, that's 64. And 9 times 9 would be 81. And finally, 10 squared would be 100. So these 10 examples you should have memorized, especially since it's just from your multiplication times tables. So when you do decide to come and challenge level 1, make sure you're ready to answer one of these from memory. Okay? And when you also challenge the level, you're going to be asked to square a decimal. For example, I could ask you, what is 4.6 squared? Now for those you are welcome to use a calculator, and it's fairly simple. All you need to do is type in this number, whatever I give you, times itself, because that's basically what squared means. And then when you type it into a calculator, you'll get an answer. I don't really have one handy, but you get the idea. So yeah, that's it for level 1. So again, when you're ready to challenge it, first you'll want to be able to go through some of the questions from the handout and practice them. Make sure you have all of these memorized and you understand what it means to square a number, and then you'll be ready to go. Good luck!